Hi everybody, welcome to Sukh Vibes. In today's video, we are going to cover traffic safety. Traffic safety consists of 59 questions. It's not possible to cover 59 questions in a single video, so we are going to do them in parts. This topic, traffic safety, falls under the main topic of technical conditions, eco-conscious use of motor vehicles. Let's begin. What is the permissible minimum tread depth of main tread of all your vehicle tires? This is very important question from technical point of view also. This question is being asked during practical driving exam. So you have to remember the minimum tread depth amounts to 1.6 millimeter. This you have to remember by heart, and it is very important, and it may be asked during your practical driving exam as well when they ask you technical questions. The windscreen wipers on your car do not function. What can be the cause of this? Again, this question is also very important from the technical questions that are asked during practical driving exam. So if your windscreen wipers do not function, what could be the problem? Windscreen wiper motor defective? Yes. Blown fuse? Yes. Too much water in the windscreen washer? No. So first two are the reasons that your windscreen wipers are not functioning properly. You have to remove a defective tire. In what sequence should you proceed? I will give you a trick how to remember it. The first thing is, if you have to remove a defective tire, what is the first thing that you are going to do? You are going to secure your vehicle against rolling away. So the first hint is that option always starts with secure the vehicle against rolling away. Okay, so now concentrate on these two options. Secure the vehicle against rolling away, position the car jack, loosen the wheel nuts, jack up the vehicle, remove the wheel nuts. And how to remember this option? So secure the vehicle against rolling away, this is clear. Then you have to look for the words. For example, jack, wheel nuts, jack, wheel nuts. So you have to remember the sequence that first you secure your vehicle against rolling away. Then you have to remember the sequence jack, wheel nuts, jack, wheel nuts. So this is the correct option. Let me also show you in the ebook. So if you want to change a tire, the first thing you have to do is secure the vehicle from rolling away, position the jack, loosen the wheel nuts, raise the vehicle, unscrew the wheel nuts, remove the tire along with the rim. So this is the sequence. But as I have given you the hint that first you have to secure and then you have to look for the words jack, wheel nuts, jack, wheel nuts. You are planning a long journey with your motor vehicle. Before commencing the journey, what should you check on the vehicle to avoid endangering yourself and others? The tires? Yes. Headlamp setting? Yes. For example, for your dim lights, for your full lights. That the windscreen wipers are working properly. All the things you have to check because these make your vehicle roadworthy. What happens when you drive with a tire pressure which is far too low? Imagine yourself driving a cycle and the tire pressure is far too low. What could you expect? Tires heat up excessively? Yes. Driving stability decreases? Yes. Tire wear decreases? No. Tire wear increases if you're going to drive with a tire pressure which is far too low. So make sure that you always drive with the correct tire pressure. Let me show you here. So here the tire pressure is too low. Here it is too high. If it's too high, then you lose the grip with the road. And this is your correct tire pressure. Only if the air pressure is correct does the vehicle have optimum driving characteristics. A low consumption of fuel and the lowest wear and tear on the tires. If the vehicle is driven with too low tire pressure, the tire heats up excessively due to flexing and the driving stability decreases. First two options are the correct ones. What is the meaning of the date of the manufacture 1217 specified on the tire? So you see here 1217. Where is it written? Here 1217. It means 12th week and 17th year. So the tire was manufactured in the 12th calendar week of the year 2017. This you have to remember. If you see this thing, it is the date. And what does it represent? The first two digits, they represents the calendar week and the last two digits represents the year. What can create a hazard when driving? A faulty passing beam, yes, because it could cause dazing effect to oncoming road users. An excessive amount of play in the steering, yes, if your steering is too loose, if it wobbles. And excessive amount of play, it could also cause a hazard. A service brake that responds heavily on one side, yes. So your service brake is your foot brake. If it responds heavily on one side, like it's going to create more braking factor on one of the side of your vehicle, let us say right, then your vehicle will steer to the right. If it creates more effect on left, then your vehicle is going to steer on the left. So all these effects, they could cause hazard driving. What must you remember concerning the lighting equipment of your vehicle? Lighting equipment means your light. It must be clean. Yes. It must be correctly installed. Yes. In case of your full beam or low beam, otherwise you are going to affect other oncoming road users by creating dazzling effect. It must be in operating conditions. This makes also sense. So for lighting equipment, all the conditions are the true ones, and you have to check them before driving on the road. What can interfere with your view? The load? Yes. Worn wiper blades, formation of streaks? Yes. They will form lines or streaks on your windscreen. Smeared windows? Yes. If your windows are not that cleared. So all of them, they can affect your view. Your car's steering wheel wobbles while you are driving. What can be the reason? Wheel suspension spring is damaged. Yes. Wheels are unbalanced. Yes. Shock absorbers are defective. So this you have to remember. If your steering wheel wobbles, so any of thing could go wrong. Your shock absorbers, your wheels are unbalanced, or your wheel suspension spring is damaged. This you have to learn. The brakes on your car are pulling strongly to one side. What effects can this have when you are braking? Now, when you are applying brakes and your car is being pulled to one side, so what could be the effect? Longer braking distance. This makes sense. Whenever you are having fault in your brakes, it will generate a longer braking distance. Your car can veer to the side. Yes, your car is going to swerve to one side because on one side the brakes are strong, then on the other side. So your car is going to steer to the side. Anti-lock braking system fails? No. ABS has nothing to do with your brakes on your car pulling strongly to one side. What do you have to check the tires on your vehicle at regular intervals for? This question is very important from the technical questions which are asked during your driving exam. You have to check for your sufficient profile, for your tread depth. The minimum tread depth should be 1.6 millimeter. For correct air pressure, this we have seen. If the air pressure is too low, what it could do? It could damage your tires. For external damage here, you have to check if there's inserted nail or if there's some wear tear on the outer side of the surface. Remember this question by heart, and also when you are giving your driving practical exam, remember this question. When braking, you note that your vehicle pulls to the right. What should you do? So now this question is similar to the one that when we are applying the brakes, our vehicle is pulling to one side. I go to a car workshop. Yes, you don't have any other option because otherwise, if you continue driving, it could be very risky. I do not need to fix the problem as long as I can compensate by counter steering. This is wrong. Counter steering means if your vehicle is going on one side, like in this case, it's going to the right, then you are counter steering to the left. This is wrong. All the brake pads, this is also wrong. If your car is pulling to the right or to the one side, it means your braking system is not functioning properly. So you have to get your car brakes checked. One of your wheel has collided heavily against a curb. Curb, you understand, right? There's a raised stone boundary on the side of the road. What should you note? The tire could have slow puncture. Yes. So it could have a slow puncture that you have not noticed at that time. But in the long run, there is a puncture. The vehicle should be checked in garage. Yes. The handling of the vehicle could be negatively affected. Handling means like it has to do everything with your steering, your suspension wheel, your shock absorber, all the things they could be affected negatively. If your wheel has collided heavily against a curb, make sure that you let your vehicle check in a garage. What must you take into consideration when checking a tire pressure? Load, number of passengers in the car. This is correct. Tire temperature. Yeah. Always check the tire pressure when your tire is cooled down. Material of the wheels? No. So you have to check the number of passengers or load in the car and then the tire temperature while you are checking the tire pressure. Tire wear negatively impacts the environment. How can you reduce this impact? So how can you reduce? By employing an anticipatory driving style? Yes, you have to anticipate the situation. For example, if I can see curbs along the road, then I have to be extra cautious while driving on that road. By regularly checking the tire inflation pressure in accordance with the manufacturer guideline. This we have seen because lower tire pressure is going to cause more tire wear on your tires. By using winter tires in summer? No, winter tires, they should be used in winter season. So the first two options are the correct ones. What must you do when you are traveling and you notice that your vehicle is no longer roadworthy? Actually, roadworthiness, it includes a couple of things. So here you can see roadworthiness includes brakes, lights, load, mirrors, identification, tires, steering, visibility, signals. If while driving defects occur that affect road safety, the vehicle must be taken out of traffic through the shortest route. One must proceed only when the damage is repaired. So you have to take your vehicle out of the traffic and you can only Proceed when your damage is repaired. Proceed to the next authorized dealer? No. Take the vehicle out of the traffic as quickly as possible. You have to take the shortest route and take your vehicle out of the traffic. Continue only when the damage has been repaired. So this is clear. Once you are sure that your damage has been repaired, only then you can continue driving. What should be noted when changing a tire using a car jack? The car jack must always be placed at the midpoint of vehicle's length. No. Ground surface must always be stable and skid resistant. This is clear. The car jack may be applied at the positioning points specified by the vehicle manufacturer. Yes. The first thing is the ground surface should be stable and it should be skid resistant. Otherwise, your vehicle could roll away. Another thing is you have to apply the car jack at the position which are specified by your vehicle manufacturer. So we have seen this in the previous question as well, but I will show you once again. So secure the vehicle from rolling away. It means your ground surface should be stable and skid resistant. Position the jack. So you have to position the jack according to the manufacturer's guideline. Last two options are the correct ones. How can you tell while driving that an indicator lamp is not working? How can you tell? If the indicator signal light will flash faster than usual. By doing so, you can say that your indicator lamp is not working. Thanks for watching. If you have liked my video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. If you're interested in any particular topic, please feel free to write in comment section. Take care. See you next time.